I made a video where I was watching it back and I said that challenges break down our blockages to receiving. But I didn't really explain why. Um, and I think what feels true to me is when we're being challenged, we're basically forced to become humble. Like challenges break down the ego, break down the personal will. And it's when we're embodying a certain depth of humility, there's like the space for more God to come in. And that's kind of what I meant by how challenges break down our blocks to receiving. They humble us, and when we're humble, that's when we let God in the most. That's when we really receive God. And receiving God is the same thing as receiving abundance to me. Because God is really the only thing here that's real and the only thing here that will satisfy. And it's actually the thing that we really want that's underneath any longing you might have. Underneath that longing is the desire for God and to know God more deeply and to feel God more deeply. And eventually you know yourself and God as one. But the path there is humbling, and it continues to be humbling, and being humbled is a good thing. One of my teachers used to say this a lot. He used to say, when he would get really humbled, he would say, "Oh, of course I'm being humbled. Thank you for humbling me." Because it's truly through humility, the doorway of humility, that we feel our God essence the most fully, that we let, or you could say that we let our higher power in to our life in the most, full way. And so I wanted just to kind of clarify that. Sometimes when I get in channeled states, I just start talking and, uh, you know, I like to have, I don't know, I was watching that video back and I was like, why do challenges break down the walls to receiving and the blockages to receiving? And I fell into it and I was like, oh yeah, because they humble you. And it's when we're humble that we let something greater into our life. I mean, that's when I've prayed the most. When I've gotten on my knees and asked for help the most is when I've been completely obliterated, you know? So it is like the path of annihilation and deconstruction that leads to abundance eventually. Just heard a loud noise in my place, so gonna go investigate. But I wanted to clarify that. Much love.